Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So today is probably going to be my last installment in a top 10 series of a particular fragrance house. And I wanted to finish this series with my top 10 Guerlain fragrances. And not just any Guerlain fragrances, I wanted to concentrate on their L'Art et Le Métier collection and their Elixirs collection. You're probably aware that these collections have been combined with some other fragrances and released sort of under one umbrella, all having the same new bottles. Now, all of the fragrances that I have still come in older bottles, which I absolutely love. And so I'm going to share with you my top 10 list. And to be honest, it is actually going to be top 9 because I have only tried 9 fragrances from these private lines. And so I have ranked them from number 9 to number 1. So let's start with number 9. In number 9 spot, I have Neroli Outrenoir. Probably butchering the name completely, but that's the best way I can say it. Now, I have an official sample of this fragrance, so I have tested it. Now, the notes in here are petitgrain, bergamot, tangerine, lemon, grapefruit, tea, neroli, orange blossom, smoke, earthy notes, vanilla, myrrh, amber, benzoin, oak moss. Oh my God, so many notes. Now, I put this in number 9 because, well, as the name suggests, neroli is a main player here, and I do get very strong note of neroli. It is mixed with other citruses, but it is still quite present. It has that slightly, I don't know, bitter touch that I often get with neroli. There is a note of tea. I wish that tea was stronger for me because I usually really enjoy tea scents, but I barely get any tea. For me, neroli kind of overpowers everything. Now, overall, it is not a bad scent. Let me start with this. All of these are absolutely beautiful, masterfully put together fragrances. They are beautiful. It's just that, based on my preference and my taste, some of them are for me, some of them are not. So when I'm saying that something is a number 9 spot or there is something in the fragrance that I don't like, honestly, it's because that's my taste. But all of these fragrances are absolutely beautiful. Let me make it clear. So Neroli Outrenoir, or however it is pronounced, I'm putting in number 9 spot. In number 8, I have Rose Barbare. Again, I have a sample of this one. This one is a little bit surprising for me that I put it in number 8 because, as you know, I really enjoy rose scents. But, when I looked at the notes of this one carefully, I understood why I wasn't a huge fan of this rose scent. So let me quickly give you the notes. There is rose, aldehydes, fenugreek, honey, patchouli, woody notes. And I've seen a similar note combination in another rose fragrance, and that one also didn't work for me. So I'm kind of thinking it's something to do with this note combination. I'm talking about rose, aldehydes, and honey. The same combination is in Parfait de Roses from Lancôme, and I also didn't like that fragrance. There was something about this combination that just didn't work for me. And it's the same case here. I don't know. Maybe it's the aldehydes together with rose. They just create some kind of aroma that doesn't work for me. There is something unpleasant about it. So Rose Barbare, unfortunately, is not for me. It's not the type of rose scent that I enjoy. But again, it is a beautiful scent. In number 7 spot, I have Tonka Imperiale. This is a new fragrance to my collection, and it was not a blind buy. I did have a sample of this one, which I tried as well. So I knew what it smelled like. Now, the notes in here are bitter almond, rosemary, bergamot, tonka, tobacco, jasmine, incense, cedar, and pine. It is a tonka-centric scent. Kind of a, you know, sweet, nutty, spicy, kind of woody type of scent. The reason it's a number 7 spot is because although it is similar to Fève Délicieuse from Dior, I actually prefer Fève just a little bit more. I find that Fève is a bit sweeter and a bit more chocolatey, whereas this Tonka is a bit more spicy. So for that reason, this Tonka gets number 7 spot, but it is, again, I will keep saying it here, but I think it's important. These 2 lines from Guerlain are absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful Tonka scent. If you enjoy Tonka, definitely take a look at this one, but for me, it ends in number 7 spot. Number 6 spot goes to Cuir Beluga. I love this one as well. You know, all of the bottles they have, I absolutely love, but there are just some that I love a little bit more than others, and this is the case here. Why is it the case? Well, because this one has a note of suede, and although it's a really nice, smooth, very light kind of suede in here, it is still suede. You know, leather suede are not my favorite types of notes, and although I still really enjoyed the scent. I mean, even though there's suede in here, this is really kind of a vanilla scent. This is a gentle, light vanilla with, you know, a bit of citruses added in. But that note of suede is here. I like it. I don't like it quite as much as the other ones. And so that's why it lands in number 6 spot. In number 5 spot, I actually have kind of a surprise for me fragrance. It is from the Elixirs line, and it is French Kiss. Now, I did have a sample, which I have used up. I no longer have, and I was kind of hoping to get this fragrance when, you know, Guerlain testers appeared on Fragrance Buy. Unfortunately, some of them came without caps, and I am a bit, or maybe a lot, OCD about my bottles, and I just know myself, and I know that I won't be able to handle a bottle without a cap. It will just keep bothering me. And unfortunately, although French Kiss was available, it was one of the fragrances that came without a cap, and so I didn't buy it. I know to some of you it will seem like a totally silly reason, and it is, but like I said, I'm OCD about my bottles. I need them to look properly, so I just knew I couldn't handle it without a cap. So I didn't get it, but hopefully in the future, I will be able to find a full bottle of this with the cap, because I definitely want to add this fragrance to my collection. Now, why is it a surprise? Well, it's a surprise because this is kind of a violet fragrance. It also has rose, heliotrope, raspberry, lychee, orris root, and white musk. Now, violet is prominent here, but the note of raspberry is also really prominent, and it really kind of tones down the violet. It really adds something special to it. And then lychee is a little bit here as well, although it is not as strong as raspberry, but it adds a bit more to the fruitiness of the scent. So this scent is kind of equal parts to me, violet and fruits, raspberry and lychee combined together. And I really, really enjoy that combination. It does have a slight, very, very slight lipsticky vibe. You know how lipstick smells? It has a touch of that, but it's just a touch. So it kind of doesn't ruin the fragrance for me. So overall, beautiful, fruity, violet fragrance. Would love to add it to my collection if I can find a proper full bottle for somewhat reasonable price. Number 4 on the list is another new to me fragrance. This is Bois D'Armenie. Now, I think that I put this fragrance, well, I know I put this fragrance in number 4 spot because I have only had it for a short time. But I have a feeling that the more that I have this and the more that I get a chance to wear it, it might overtake a few other fragrances on this list because it is truly stunning. This is a very creamy, woody, smoky, slightly sweet fragrance. That's how I would describe it. It has incense, it has iris, benzoin, woody notes, there is patchouli, musk, some spices. Yes, all of that is there, but as with all of those fragrances, just everything is done so well in such an elegant and sophisticated way. Just beautiful. You know, even though there is incense and there are a lot of woody notes, but they're not overpowering. They're just so elegant. I don't know how else to describe these fragrances. Beautiful. Like I said, I would not be surprised if this one, as the time progresses, moves up the list. And so my top 3, well, I think they're going to be quite predictable. If you know me and if you watch some of my videos, I think you would know exactly what my top 3 are going to be. In number 3 spot, I have Angelique Noir, one of the most beautiful green vanilla scents. It has angelica, it has pepper, it has vanilla, it has cedar. So it is really green vanilla. And you know, sometimes I really get a pear in this. Like, it's not strong, but there are some remnants of this pear. It's not terribly juicy pear, it's more like a hard pear, but I do get a little bit of that, which really adds a nice touch to this fragrance. But gorgeous green vanilla. What else can I say? Number 2 spot goes to Gourmand COQUIN. An amazing chocolate scent. It has cacao, it has dark chocolate, it has rum, vanilla, spices. I've mentioned before that even though it says that there is dark chocolate, I actually get milk chocolate out of this. This is definitely not a bitter chocolate scent for me. I get milk chocolate together with vanilla and together with a bit of rum, adding kind of this boozy element. Rose, I don't get at all. Spiciness, not really either. Like, to me, this is chocolate, maybe a bit of cacao, rum, and vanilla. That's what this scent is about. Understated, beautiful, smooth, sweet, although not overly sweet chocolate. Really kind of high-end chocolate. Really high-end chocolate. That's what it smells like. So this is Gourmand COQUIN, and it is in number 2 spot. And so, very predictably, the number 1 spot goes to, of course, Spiritueuse Double Vanille. I mean, I had to. I had to put this in number 1 spot because, if I'm honest right now, this is my favorite from the bunch. Now, this changes. Of course, this changes. You know, when I originally got these fragrances, Angelique Noir used to be my number 1. And I still absolutely love it, but this one has overtaken it just by a hair. This is a stunning, boozy, woody vanilla. That's what it smells like. I mean, you can see many of these are vanilla scents, and that's because, you know, that's my favorite note. There is actually no boozy note included in this one, but it does have a boozy vibe to it. Sweet, slightly smoky, slightly woody, slightly boozy. Absolutely amazing, beautiful, outstanding, gorgeous scent. It is popular for a reason. There's one more thing I want to mention about all of these fragrances. This line in general, if you're looking for a beast, for a heavy hitter, this line is not for you. These are not beasts. These are not heavy hitters. No, these fragrances are very different. The beauty in these fragrances is that they're very elegant, they're very understated, they're very wearable for any occasion, any time of the year. I think you can wear. These are very signature worthy scents in my opinion, but they're definitely not beasts. You know, if that's what you're looking for, probably these fragrances are not for you. But for me, there's something so incredible, so amazing about these fragrances, and really makes me want to collect more and more of them. But I'm really trying to behave. So there you go. These are my top 10, or more like top 9 Guerlain fragrances from their private collections. Please let me know if you have tried any of these and what are your favorites. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.